So COVID played an important role in how my college experience was started and how it played out. I wasn't able to have the real college experience because I had to adjust to these hard courses online instead of being in person with my peers and professors. I was still expected to succeed without the proper transition from high school to college, despite having no guidance. When that transition did happen from online to in person, now I was faced with this self-doubt, and I felt like this because nobody looked like me when I did go into class. I placed this negative thought that I may not belong here and I may not succeed in this program because nobody looked like me. It was hard, and I was already trying to adjust into this transition into college, but then for none of my peers or professors to come from the same demographic as me, it just made me have this negative feeling and negative self-doubt within myself. I have received emergency aid before because my tire popped off my car. I am currently a full-time student and only work part-time. The expenses of my car equal about $600 for everything. My car is how I get to work, and my car is how I get to school. So without my car, it'll make it very difficult to be able to, one, provide for myself and get the financial stability that I need, but two, also continue my education and continue to succeed while I'm in college. I would have been paying more in Ubers, which would have taken away from me saving from my car. But because of the fast fund, I was able to get my car fixed within about a week and a half. And I was extremely grateful because I didn't know how I was going to be able to do it by myself without the help of anybody. Another hardship that I faced while in college was my friend passing. Having to continue through the hardest class and the most important semester of my life in order to get into grad school, I had to deal with the hardship and grief of knowing that my friend was no longer with us and that her life was taken very quickly, and how all these horrible acts had happened against her. While also coping with grief, I was having another life-changing event. My boyfriend of 3 years recently broke up with me. So I had to put all these emotions of sadness, anger, and confusion aside to be able to pull through to graduate and pass these hard classes that I had, because if I didn't pass my classes, that would have made me have to take another semester, and I would have graduated later, and I needed to get my mind right and in the right headspace so that I was able to study and pass. While at this point in my life, I felt like everything was going wrong. Even though I did pass my semester, I still felt empty. Looking back, I honestly think I was depressed for a period of time of my last 2 semesters of my undergrad experience. This was the worst time for everything to be happening because, like I said, this was the most important time of my life. I was applying for grad school. I was trying to graduate and get my bachelor's degree and finish my finals and finish my applications and just finish everything that I needed to do in order to succeed and continue my higher education journey. For my mental health and the success of my education, I decided to get therapy, and I feel like therapy have really helped me with coping and having a way to process how I'm actually feeling. I think the hardest struggle was figuring out how to pay for college. How was I gonna afford books and tuitions and on this part-time job that I had? That would be another hard journey that I'm still continuing to push through this day. To this day, I'm a full-time student and always have been. I've taken 6 courses, sometimes 7 a semester, while also working part-time. I've stayed a job all throughout college, and I currently work as a shift leader, and I have had 2 other positions where I was a shift leader at other jobs as well. Maintaining this higher position while also in school can be very time demanding. As a shift leader, I'm expected to close the store, but as a college student, I am then expected to get up the next day for my 10 a.m. class and be ready to learn. Trying to balance school, work, and a social life, it can be very difficult and on its own probably one of the hardest journeys I've gone through, not including my internship and everything that I was a part of. I was a part of a club called NISHLA, and I'm the vice president of NISHLA, and also volunteering within my community. I want to be a speech therapist, so my field is all about helping people, and I'm very active within my community when it comes to things revolving around my profession. As a college student, you're also expected to pay all the fees and extra essentials that you'll need. This includes all the expensive books and certifications needed to observe in school settings or in hospital settings under another speech pathologist. So for example, I paid $80 to get a background check, and I have to pay that every year while I'm in school in order to even do my homework, because this is a requirement or you won't graduate. So figuring out how to pay for all of these extra things on top of the books I already needed to get, or just life in general of gas and food. And I used to live on campus by myself at one point in time, so all of my financial responsibilities was on me because I was by myself. I'm currently in grad school, and I'll be working for 3 semesters as a full-time SLP for free. This alone is a difficult time that I need to prepare for. This will affect how my part-time schedule goes, but also how I provide for myself. This will make it hard to provide for myself if I'm in practicum working for free from Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Not to mention all the licensing exams and licenses that I need in order to even make me qualified to work in a practicum setting. So there's a lot of expenses and certifications that I have to pay for to be able to even earn my grade or to even participate in the program and to graduate. Despite all these hardship and difficult times I have gone through during my college experience, I've always pushed through and came out on the other side stronger and better. So I just look at my hardships as a thing that doesn't define me, but made me into who I am becoming. Thank you.